everybody. This is Scooby.
And I'm Steven, and this is The Feedback. Welcome to another episode where us two gentlemen like to get together, share music with ourselves. I always say it like that, and I always feel weird about it later. Share music, with each other, with everybody else that's deciding to listen to us, and then have a quick discussion about it, how it makes us feel, what it makes us think of, what other kind of random tangent we can go on because of it, all the fun stuff like that. And we hope that you're enjoying it. And we hope you're also enjoying our newest addition to the show, which is where we talk about our drinks. And since I go ahead and put myself into the situation, I will go ahead and talk about my drinks. Today, I am going to go with 3 again, because I've been on a nice little kick with that lately. Been a fan. There was another new Mountain Dew, the Summer Freeze, Cherry Lemon Raspberry. I got that one today. Yeah, I got a Arizona Hard Iced Tea Lemon, and my water.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. I'm looking forward to it. What did you bring to drink today?
I've downgraded this week. I only have 2 drinks. I have a regular Arizona green tea. Not hard, just a good old regular green tea, and then some water. I thought about having a beer, but I was just like, I don't really want a beer. And I'm glad that that's a decision I can make in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yeah, you don't need to have it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Then I was also thinking about soda, and then I was like, there's enough sugar in this green tea, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
you know what I forgot to do?
What's that?
ASMR opening of my drinks.
Oh, do it.
And... all right.
Oh, yeah. Grip it and rip it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. All right. So, we arrive at a quandary today, Steven. And I spoke to you earlier about this today because we actually talk outside the show. And
we do.
I was like, I'm stuck between 2 songs. And you said, well, that's a good thing. And I kind of agree. But here we are at the time of recording. I still haven't decided. So what I did is I prepared both songs, and I'm going to present to you some options.
Ooh.
We're going to go from there. So first of all...
Okay, this is a fun little new way. Let's do this. That's fun.
Yeah, so 2 different bands. It's not 2 different songs by one band, at least. One of the bands...
That's fair.
I'm sure that you know pretty darn well. The other, I'm going to guess you probably don't know at all.
Interesting.
One of these songs is kind of silly, and the other song is pretty darn serious. I'm trying to...
I can see why you're having such an issue right now.
Yeah.
You have total opposite ends of the spectrum.
Pretty much, yeah. And I'm going to say one of them you probably know the song as well, and that would be by the band that you know, and the other song you probably don't. So...
Now, is the silly one by a band that I know? Or am I not allowed to ask any questions?
I think the silly one is going to be a new experience for you. I could be wrong, but I do think it will be something brand new band, brand new song.
And that's the silly one?
Yep.
I'm kind of in the mood to be silly. You know what? Let's roll with that one. But you know what? I'm kind of curious. Are you going to tell me what the other one was, or are you going to hold it in your pocket and we'll do it next week?
I'm going to hold it in my pocket. We'll do it when it's my turn next. And then you'll be like, okay, yeah, I get it. So.
Okay. All right, yeah. So let's go with the silly one today. Let's try that out.
All right. Let me get this set up real quick because I'm a professional. All right.
I don't know.
So, today's song officially has been chosen. And it is a track by the band The Wolves of Glendale. Have you heard of the Wolves of Glendale?
I have not.
All right. Well, they're a fairly new band formed in, I believe, 2022. The song I have chosen is called Vapin in Vegas, and it was on their debut album, their titular album, The Wolves of Glendale, which came out in 2024.
Is that what it's called when they're titular? Self-titled? Same thing, right?
Yep.
Cool. New words.
Well,
we're also a word of a day podcast.
Yeah. So I would classify them as a comedy and rock band. They're a power trio composed of Ethan Edenberg on guitar, Eric Jackowitz on drums, and Tom McGovern on the keyboard, and they all sing. So there's some nice harmonies and things like that. I'm blocking my cat from jumping on the desk. Don't you do it. And they have actually toured with Tenacious D, I know, and have been publicly endorsed by the D, which I think is a good sign.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the official music video, which I have seen once before. I think that endorsement actually is in this music video, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's even better then.
Yeah. So I don't have much more information on them because they're a fairly new band, and they don't even have a Wikipedia article.
Hey, we ran into that before with somebody else that's been around for a lot longer, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So with that said, I think we can just jump into it, unless you have any questions that I probably can't answer, or if you have anything else that you'd like to say beforehand.
I was actually going to say, I don't know if I should talk about it now or later, but let's do it now so I don't get derailed with it later on. Whatever happened with Tenacious D? Didn't something happen where they were on tour and Kyle did something?
Yes, so Kyle made a political statement, which Jack didn't agree with. And it's not so much that he disagreed with it, it's just that he's like, we don't take a political stance on stage.
Gotcha.
So they're on hiatus right now. He's like, we're not broken up, we're just taking a break. So, and
gotcha.
I mean,
I was curious.
Yeah. Kyle does his own thing outside of Tenacious D. Like, he has a couple different bands. I think one of them's called Train something. I can't quite remember. He's also got the Kyle Gass Project, and of course, Jack Black, as we know, is a very popular actor, so they're staying busy.
Yeah, he definitely has been pretty tied up with all that Minecraft stuff, because he even had an album come out for that, too. Which, I mean, anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the song that we're here for today, instead of derailing this hard this early.
Alright, so this is Vapin in Vegas by the Wolves of Glendale.
Alright, but no bullshit. This is about the greatest city in the whole fucking world, Las Vegas!
My divorced ass moved to Vegas. My wife left and took the kids. And it's a good thing that she did, 'cause they were annoying as shit. I'm 68 years young. Let my hair down, have some fun. Stare at the Bellagio fountain. A skateboarder gave me a vape, and it was great. Now I'm vaping in Vegas. Vaping in Vegas. I'll go to a strip club, get a boner with a bunch of other guys. This is the greatest. Vaping in Vegas. I wish my wife would call me back. I wish my kids would answer texts. Wish I could hold my goddamn dog and smell his stanky, stanky breath. But I can't do that because of the lawsuit. Oh, the lawsuit. Fucking lawsuit. Margaritaville. Toby Keith's I love this bar and grill. Circus du Soleil. I shit myself at the Mandalay Bay. I do what I want, smoke a cigar, test drive a fancy car and say I'll think about it. wasted. I heard a busboy spilled a Sprite on Frank Sinatra. So Frank Sinatra got his gun out and shot that busboy in the street. Vaping in Vegas. Vaping in Vegas.
The thing about Wolves of Glendale, they sound fucking fantastic.
See the Blue Man Group with a prostitute take a picture with a snake. This is the greatest. Vaping in Vegas. I wish the jury took my side back when I was 65, when I killed that guy for walking on my plans. And then I hacked him into pieces, and I ate his toes like Reese's. Is it Reese's or is it Reese's? Either way, I ate a man. I only served 2 years because I escaped. Woo! I escaped from jail. Check this shit out. Watch this. What? Hit him. That was sick. Thank you. You sound awesome doing that. I appreciate that, man. Thanks. You're welcome. Vaping in Vegas. Making human bacon in Vegas. When they catch me, I'ma be so famous. Until then, I'll be vaping in Vegas.
And that was Vapin' in Vegas by the Wolves of Glendale.
I want to start off by saying this is the first time that I ever wish that I didn't mute myself, because the amount of laughing that you could have just like slipped in anywhere from here on out, and like there is some ugly laughter in there too. That song was great. I just really enjoyed those some of those one-liners. Even having the lyric page up, like I made sure to kind of give it time to let it go and then look back to see if I misheard something.
Yeah.
Because those songs, like I didn't want to be I didn't want to ruin the joke for myself, because I saw the first couple lyrics I was reading through and I was like, oh, this sounds really funny, because you said it was going to be silly, and now I see why.
Yeah.
And I agree, it was very silly.
And I like, you get that little break right in the bridge where it's Jack Black and he's like, they sound fucking fantastic, and they do. It's not just a funny song, it's a really well written song. I find myself singing the hook to this song all the time. When I'm just like walking around at work, I'll be singing that Vapin' in Vegas part, because it's an earworm. It gets stuck in your head.
It does. No, it absolutely does. Like it's already stuck in mine. I'm singing it right now. I definitely never heard this song before, but it had like a familiarity to it because of how good of a hook that was. Like you said, like it's so well written. It's already an earworm in my ear. It was one in yours, and it's a joke lyric, especially because the first time he does it, it's exactly how I feel about strip clubs and why I've never been to one before. It's like, why do you want to be in a room getting a boner, which a bunch of other guys also getting a boner, where you just got to walk out of there with a boner? Like what?
Yeah, like
what?
Going there with friends and turning, like if you and I went together, just turning to each other and being like, "Hey, bud, how's the boner?" Like,
yeah,
no, thank you.
That's just like, hey, how are things? Oh yeah, rock hard, sick.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, solid chub.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I can't see why anybody would want to do that. But back on track to everything else, like obviously this song isn't about them. None of them are 68 years old.
Right.
Well, I guess maybe directly about them at 68. Maybe one of them did get divorced. But like, what made me laugh too was that my divorce ass moved to Vegas. My wife left and took the kids. It's a good thing she did, because they were annoying as shit. Oh my god, I lost it there, because like, I don't want to be an asshole, but like, if you're talking about a 68-year-old in comparison to our age, we're talking about the boomers, and every boomer feels that way. They're always miserable that they're still with their wife and that they have some annoying kid in their life that they didn't want to have. I wouldn't say always, but that's the stereotype, and it's pretty on the spot for a reason.
Yeah, there are so many like hard lefts in this song, and that's like the first one where you're like, oh, okay, we're going places with this one.
No, I agree absolutely. I really like the way that he got the vape, and then how that became the hook, because it's such a good line, and it does have like, it is so well written, like musically, not just lyrically, because I mean lyrically it's kind of funny, but it still has that the right hit notes that it just like you want. It's like the bop 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 bop. Like it makes it hard not to want to do it because it's pleasing to do. Not only just the sound of it is just pleasing, but like the way you say the words, it feels good.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it better. Maybe this is one of my weird things about me that I don't know that is weird about me until I say it out loud. But anyway.
No, it's just everything's got like the right rhythm and cadence to it that it's well, I was gonna say captivating. I don't know if that's the right word, but
yeah,
it works.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But yeah,
it does.
It just draws you in because honestly, I can tell you, I remember the first time I heard this song was 2023, and I was actually driving to my friend's wedding, and it was another one of those things where Spotify's algorithm threw it at me, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is amazing, and I love it, and like
I hate that you know me better than I know myself.
Yeah, because I heard it once, and I am at a wedding, like in the wedding party, and in my head I'm just like, vaping in Vegas, and I'm like, son of a bitch, this is a serious moment, and here I am.
Here I am singing the most ridiculous hook to the most ridiculous song that I've heard since a Weird Al song.
Yeah.
I have to say too, really quick, while I'm thinking about it, like when you go see Tenacious D and they have an opener, it's like you don't know what to expect, but to have like another really good, like this was kind of like, would it be rock or like I don't know what to classify it as. I don't know if they have a genre to stick to, because I don't know if they always have this similar kind of sound, but this feels like that a genre that I love, unashamedly love, of yacht rock. Like this feels like a yacht rock song.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And like, and when it first started out, and that's what we were saying before, like with like the playfulness of it and everything else, like, or not the playful, the well written of it, how well written it was, words, until he gets to the part where he goes, because they were annoying as shit, and it's a good thing that she did because they were annoying as shit. Like those first three lines, like those could be the start of any kind of like a country song too, or like a folky song where you're talking about like the hardships of life, but on like a more upbeat song where it kind of gives you that melancholy. You can't tell what's going on too much. Like, should I be uppity with this? No, because the lyrics are really sad. But then when it gets into the next part, you're like, oh, okay, I'm here for this, because you can have that kind of like fun, playful dance song that's going on that you could dance to. Like that has a very good beat and a very good tempo to it, with the sound that you can just be there kind of like bouncing in your chair. You don't necessarily have to stand up and do it. Right? Like this, I don't know, this is a really, really surprisingly good, and I guess maybe that's my own fault for going into it thinking like, it's a joke song, how serious can it be? But it was very serious and very good.
Yeah, and I think it's also one of those songs, kind of like how you were saying with the genre of it, where if you were to put it on at, say, a social gathering, if someone wasn't paying attention to the lyrics, they would just be like, "This is a really catchy song," and then maybe like they would,
and then they tune in.
They would catch something and be like, "Did he just say he shit himself at the Mandalay Bay?"
There's no way he just said that.
Right.
There's no way he just told a story about how Frank Sinatra got Sprite spilled on his shoe and he shot him. There's no way he just said that. Is that what?
Yeah. It's the sort of song that it would make you do a double take if you weren't paying attention to it, because you have that moment where you do catch the line, you're like, wait, what is happening? What are they singing about now?
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Not in the sense of like you just said, where it kind of catches you off guard. Like, what did he just say? That thought makes me think of a movie. And I know you're not a big movie person, but did you ever see Old School?
I think I did once, around the time it came out, so a very long time ago.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. That's okay. But for like the people that it came out and they have that steel trap mind and they remember a lot of what happened, or the people like me that it became a cult classic and you watched it far too many times, there was a part where one of the main characters, played by Will Ferrell's getting married, and the wedding band, who is an actual real band that does this, and like they I can't remember the name of them, but they drop expletives into random songs that it weren't there before, but it fits the song perfectly.
Oh wait, I think it's the Dan Band.
That might be what it is.
If I remember correctly, because I remember listening to them do "Total Eclipse of the Heart." I know who you're talking.
That's what
about.
it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. No, that's a Dan Band. Yep. I just googled it really quickly, and I see him on the cover for the wedding album, and that is 1000% him.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, "Total Eclipse of the Heart" was the song that he played in that, and it was so hilarious. And it was just like the first time I was watching the movie and he said it, I'm like, he didn't just say that. And even Will Ferrell's character was like, did he just say the fuck word? Did he just say F? And then he said it again like 3 seconds later where it didn't belong, and it's like, this is amazing. This is the greatest rendition of the song that I've ever heard.
It really works.
Yeah.
I also just want to point out how you said, did he just say the fuck word? Like, Steven, that kind of defeats the purpose, man. You're supposed to say the F word.
That was, I'm pretty sure if that wasn't how it actually happened in the movie, it would be on par for that character that he was playing.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was definitely on purpose. I didn't make that accident, but I'm glad that you appreciated it either way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was taking a quick drink of my hard iced tea. That's brisk. I mean, Arizona tea, baby.
Baby.
I don't know how much to keep going about the lyrics because there's so many funny different ones, but like all those one-liners is about Reese's.
Yeah.
Is it Reese's or is it Reese's?
I think that's the hardest left turn of all. When he's like, yeah, I ate a man. And you're like, okay.
Wait, you did what? You hacked him into pieces and you ate his toes like Reese's, and then you're deciding whether the name is being said correctly.
But either way, I ate a man.
Yeah, for real. That's... What? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Because I escaped?
I don't know.
That was really funny too.
And I listen to a decent amount of quote-unquote comedy bands. Like, everyone knows, Tenacious D is the big one. I also love Flight of the Conchords and Ninja Sex Party.
Flight of the Conchords I'm familiar with as well. I don't know a lot of their songs. One person I want to throw out there for an honorable mention. I will preface it by saying I was literally talking to Tosh yesterday and saying, I wonder if Scoobs would be cool with me bringing like a meme song from back in the day, because we were talking about John LaJoie and how he even existed.
Yeah, he actually has like a legit band now.
I was gonna say, and how today like that wouldn't just happen.
Yeah. Oh no, he actually has a legit band now, and I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Wolfie's Just Fine or something like that. I haven't listened to it.
Interesting.
But yeah,
I mean, he's talented, and like the songs that he was writing, even as a joke, were really, really well done. Some of them are very chauvinistic, so if you're gonna go ahead and look him up later, just remember that this was a product of the time, and it was a product for people that were more immature.
Oh yeah.
And it definitely doesn't reflect the present day views or beliefs of everybody that's involved with this.
I honestly...
Moving on.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it even reflected his views back then. He was just playing a character.
Oh, definitely not.
He seems like a really cool dude. I don't think when he's portraying MC Vagina and being extremely misogynistic that those are his actual views.
I would agree. I mean, what's funny too is he played a character on a show called, the show was The League, and it was about a group of guys that were playing fantasy football forever. And just a quick caveat, that is a great show. You don't need to like football to enjoy it, because there's so much like slapstick humor, like the funny stupid stuff that you'd have such a good time watching it. It does not matter. The football is like in there for people that like football, and they reference it every now and again, but like everything else is just about stupidity and antics in life. But he plays one of the main character's brothers. I think it was his brother. His name was Taco. And he ends up like living in his attic for a while. It's wild, but it's pretty like on par for that character he plays there. I was going to say, I really wondered if I should bring that in, because I thought that would have been funny, because we were talking about joke bands just recently, as in yesterday recently.
I would be curious to see what song you'd pick, because I listened to a
Maybe
lot
I
of his
still will.
stuff back in the day. It's been a very long time, but I remember being. I think when he dropped the WTF Collective 3, I was like, "You made a third one, you madman!"
I only remember a few things that I watched on YouTube. I don't think I've ever listened to a full album of his, not even realizing that there were full. Excuse me, not even realizing there were full albums.
Yeah.
I know I derailed you before. I don't know if you remember what you were going to say, but I know you're about to talk about your familiarity with joke bands, and you're talking about.
I was just going to say that I feel like it takes. I don't want to like downplay what all musicians do, but I feel like it takes an exceptional amount of skill to be a successful comedic band, because not only do you have to write good music, but you have to write clever lyrics, very clever lyrics that are going to make people laugh. And not only that, it can't just be like a one and done, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be good enough that it will keep people coming back to it, because if the lyrics are funny, but the music's boring, then people are gonna be like, "Well, I don't really want to listen to this again." You know, I laughed at it.
Right.
I laughed at it once. It was funny. Haha. Now I'm gonna move on. And then in the other,
So not the. Go ahead.
in the other direction, if the music is really good but the comedy falls flat, then people are gonna be like, "Well, you know, they're not gonna be as into it." Just in the opposite direction.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I would agree that that would definitely be one of those things that's tough to do. I was going to make a small joke there before, and I was going to say you don't want it to have the Dane Cook effect, where it's like,
yeah.
ha ha, and then it's like,
Yeah, like, I'm very sick of this almost immediately.
Right. Like, he was definitely very funny, but it was very short-lived, very funny. No offense, no, whatever. You did your thing. You made a bunch of money. Good for you. Not talking shit. Just,
There's a couple things with Dane Cook. He got too famous too fast, I think. So that caused some backlash. Then, like, he didn't do himself any favors when he's selling out. Okay, granted, yeah, if you're selling out Madison Square Garden, good for you. You deserve to have a bit of an ego. But when he's running around Madison Square Garden, like, flipping everyone off and being like, "I'm so great, I have such a fat cock." It's like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
You are going to turn people against you.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, he wrote very 18 to 22-year-old humor, and that's only funny when you're within a passable range of 18 to 22.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'll say 14 to 22, because the male mind was very immature from 14 to 22, and sometimes still is.
This is true.
Self-included.
Yeah. We still laugh at farts. It's okay.
I still laugh at penis jokes.
Yeah.
And the word. Anywho, I promise you, I'm an adult. Anywho, but yeah, you don't want to have that effect when you're trying to make something. 'Cause, like, these people, I would say, this group, I should say, took themselves seriously while being a joke band. Like, they were serious about their craft, they're serious about their skits, but they're still writing a solid song that you want to listen to again. I don't know how much of a repeat effect they have with their other music, because they are quite new, like you mentioned, and I don't know how much you have with listening to their other songs, but I will say that I don't know how hard left the sound goes from each one, but if they have the same ability to kind of do what they did in this, then they found gold, right?
Yeah. I've listened to a couple songs. I haven't listened to the whole album, but everything I've heard by them has been on par with this, where it's like, the song is funny, and also the music is good to the point where, like, if I have, say, my music on random and a track by them comes on, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, it's a joke song, I'm gonna skip it." It's like, no, this is a really catchy song, and I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's also gonna make me chuckle.
Yes, exactly.
I like that. I like that will exist, because I would say that this is probably one off on that, except for, like, Flight of the Conchords, like you mentioned before. I don't know if it's... What are Mighty Boosh? Are they like a comedy troupe?
They are.
They're
like they're a skit improv group.
They had a similar success. Well, Flight of the Conchords was on, and they also kind of did a song number in every show, but the show wasn't relying on that. It just kind of, like, showcased their other abilities.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, of course, everyone knows Old Greg, but like, I don't know enough. Like, I haven't seen enough of their other work to be able to say one way or another.
It's definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you have it streaming somewhere. I don't know if that it would be. I don't know that it still plays on Adult Swim, but if you find yourself up at night with Adult Swim and it's on, there's many episodes.
Yeah. Or I could just look stuff up on YouTube. There's always that too.
Easily. You definitely could do that. But yeah, of course, nearly everybody knows Old Greg and the Downstairs Mix-Up.
Yep.
Which, again, very hilarious, but also product of its time.
Yes.
May not be as good for everybody now, but back to this. One thing I wanted to ask about was the drummer. What is that? Because that's not a drum machine that I'm thinking of when I think of drum machine. When I say drum machine, I normally say like an electric drum kit where there's still multiple drum heads and snares and things of that nature, not just like a drum pad that he was using sticks with.
Yeah.
What was that?
So that's probably... I'm not going to say it's particularly this brand, but it's the brand I'm familiar with. And Akai, probably mini synth with drum pads. Because I actually have a mini keyboard by them, and it has the little drum pads, but because mine is a keyboard, like, they don't take up the entire pad like his did.
Right.
But I'd imagine it's some sort of, just a mini drum pad that I could use sticks on mine, but I'd have to be extremely precise because the pads are little.
Gotcha.
Most times you would just use your hands.
Would one of those things, like, is that considered kind of like, why are you using that instead of a drum set? Like, I don't want to be that person. I know that's not what we are. That's not where we are. I'm just curious, like, is he going to get grief from the music world for using something like that versus using anything else?
I don't think so. And the reason for that is he's not busting out like a John Bonham drum solo, He's basically
Fair.
just doing it to keep a beat. So, especially in terms of touring and travel, if you're just going to be doing a simple beat like that, why would you cart around an entire kit? If if all you're going to be using is like kick, snare, hi-hat. In terms of transportability, that's much easier.
So much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier. That's a carry-on.
Exactly.
You can't carry on any part of your drum set with you.
Right.
As much as you want to. You just can't. Unless you buy a ticket.
Yeah. Or unless you use the beatbox drum kit, which my friend Matthew invented and patented. I think he got
That's
it down
true.
to like 45 pounds, which that might still be too big for carry-on. I don't remember. I'm not quite sure the limitations of planes.
I don't know
hate
if
flying.
there was ever a weight restriction. It was just a size restriction for carry-ons.
Yeah.
Because, like, I definitely overstuffed my carry-on, but it fit within the area. But if you want to put a bunch of dumbbells in there, you can.
True. True that.
But yes, you're right. I remember seeing him working on that. Is that in-store thing, or is that on his website thing?
On his-
I just want to give him a better shout-out, too,
Yeah.
the drum kit.
You can only buy it online, I'm pretty sure. I don't think any stores carry it, but he would take it to like NAMM every year and everything like that. Had some pretty like monumental drum players use it. Like Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden is the big one that I can think of. But
That's really awesome.
yeah.
And I mean, just to make sure, I don't know how much you disclosed on it, too, but that's a 3-piece? Is that right? Or a 4-piece inside a little box?
It's I think it was 5. I think
Was it a full 5?
I think he managed to get 5 and the drum throne all to fit inside the case.
That's impressive.
Not,
yeah, so
not
it's
the cymbals, but all the hardware, all the toms.
But yeah, I mean, at that point, like, if you have that inside the case and you can carry that, the hardware that you'd wear on your back would be very easy to carry at that point.
Yeah.
Which is, just give him a quick shout out, getting sidetracked for a good reason, right?
Yeah. Hey, Beatbox Drums, sponsor us.
Hey, you never know. He is a good dude.
Yeah.
Anywho, I played hockey with him a couple of times and his dad.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. That's how I knew him from that. He showed up to that a couple different times. Another shared similar interest that I had with a couple of the guys that we played with. But anywho, back to Wolves of Glendale's Vapin in Vegas. The more of those, like, random points where they got really goofy and it was really fun. The one that I thought was probably not the hardest left turn, but definitely the funniest of what was going on, was they were just talking about escaping from jail, and then they have that weird, not I don't know about a weird, but like a funny part where they each do their own little breakdown.
Oh yeah, the little solos.
Yeah, like check this shit out, and he just like, and it's like, oh, check this shit out, and he's like doing weird stuff, and then
What?
one of them scatted,
Yeah.
and he's like, that was sick, you sounded so cool. He's like, thanks man.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought that was like one of the greatest parts. Like just like no reason at all for all three of them to have a solo all of a sudden, but they all did. It was really, again, like goofy but also good.
Yeah.
And then all of it. Yeah. It was just all of the things, which is still like, it's saying a lot for a song to be able to take themselves seriously enough to make it this good, but also be able to make constant jokes throughout.
Yeah. Like, I have enough trouble writing regular lyrics. So to write something that would be as catchy as this is, and to the point where I'm hearing it 2 years after the fact that I first heard it, and I still think it's funny, like, I still chuckle at it, where I'm not like, oh, this is old to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is something that I think can happen a lot with comedy if you do repeated listens, like case in point, how we talked about Dane Cook earlier. It's like, the first time you hear it, you're like, this is hilarious. And then you listen to it again, you're like, yeah, that's pretty funny. And then by like the third and fourth time, you're like, whatever, man. But
Exactly.
here, it's like, I think even knowing now that you've heard it and you know that those left turns are coming, you're still going to be like, ha, yeah, that's funny. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Because it's one of those ones where I won't, like you said, I won't, like, listen to this multiple times in a row. Like, because there's some songs that are like, oh my god, this is so good, I need to listen to this a million times, I need to learn every lyric, I need to learn every hook. This is one of those ones where it's really good. You want to hear it when it comes on so it doesn't get old. Because if you do listen to this too many times in a row, you're going to need to shelf it for a while.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's only so many times you want to hear the same joke song, but you can listen to joke songs sprinkled throughout, like you were mentioning before, where when they're this well written, like you can zone out and listen to the good parts and be like, there's my favorite line, making human bacon until they catch me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the jokes are so good, and and I think the amount that there are and how left turn they are, like, you forget what they're going to be, but then you remember it when it hears it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then, again, as we said, it's just because the song itself is so well constructed that, like, the instrumentals are, you're like, yes, this is catchy. The vocal
Right.
melodies and the harmonies, not even paying attention to the lyrics, are just very well done. Like you said earlier, the rhythm and the cadence to it, it catches your ear without even knowing what the words are. You're just like, it has a good melody to it.
Yeah, you want to hum or whistle this song, or kind of just feel it. You want to make the echo of that song within your body. You want to feel how, because it has that niceness to it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's at that point, like you mentioned, and you probably covered it, but if you are humming it, you wouldn't even have to hear the lyrics.
No.
You just chime in every now and again.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think, honestly, like you said, I think that's what does it the most for me, is that Vapin' in Vegas line. Like, that feels so good to say. It's just, it's stuck. It's stuck in my head. I will be singing that same line in like 3 days, and someone's going to ask me what I just said, and I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't ask.
Unless you're in the mood for this song, you know what? I'm just going to play it for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was good. I'm really glad I picked Silly.
Yeah.
I'm going to pat myself on the back for picking Silly, because that was good. Not that I didn't want to hear a song that I already am, at least you think I'm aware of or know very well, but just, being able to pick something goofy like this and it be a pleasant surprise at how good it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's a few songs by Tenacious D that are just really, really good, even though they're goofy.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a couple ones that are just so goofy you need to listen to them once in a while. Like, hey, did you ever hear the song? You didn't? Oh my god. And you put it on, you're like, yep.
Yeah. Part of why I appreciate a band like this or like Flight of the Conchords is it's not like it's funny, but it's also not like super explicit. Like this is the sort of song that like I could play for my parents. They'd be like, "This is silly, but you know, it's catchy." Whereas I can't be like, "Hi, this is Tenacious D's Fuck Her Gently." Like you can't. It's not the sort of song that you can play in like polite company. You know what I mean? Whereas something like this or you know, Flight of the Conchords, they don't curse at all in their music, but they still manage to be funny and catchy.
Right. Honestly, when we were talking about them before, and I was mentioning like the sheer like audacity of some of their songs, that was the one that I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want it. I didn't know if I wanted to say it or not. So when you just said it, I just like choked back on a laugh because that's exactly the song that I'm thinking of too. And you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That song is ridiculous and like it's on par with levels of LAX.
Yeah, but the thing is,
for those of you that listen to that with us too.
Yeah, but it's still like a super catchy song. Like I will hum the melody to that song and be like, I can't sing the words because I'm in public, but
dude,
it's a catchy
you don't even have to explain yourself.
Yeah.
There are so many lines of that song that are embedded in my brain that come out randomly that I can't even explain. Like I think they got something stuck in my teeth. Can you get it out for me? That's fucking teamwork.
Yep.
Like, that line is just so perfectly well written and then thrown in at the most ridiculous time. Like, why did that just have to come up now? And also, yeah, you're right, that is teamwork. Like,
You're right.
That's a great song. I'm really glad you said that too, because you're correct. They do have an extreme vulgarity to not only the words but also the message of their songs. But they also have a bunch of songs where they don't do that, and they're also just as good. Another silly one that I can think of too is Sasquatch's Son.
Yes, that's a good one too.
Oh man, Tenacious D. We should do a song by them sometime.
Yeah, I agree.
Their whole movie. We were talking way too much about. We'll have to give / credits to Tenacious D today. The Tenacious D and the Tick of Destiny, just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the best musical movies as well. That was full of both serious and comedic. Songs.
I mean, they were in this music video. There was a Jack Black feature, so we're not super off topic.
Oh, who was the gentleman that had the yellow geometric shaped glasses?
I don't know, but it really looked like Red Foo from LMFAO. I'm not sure if it
right,
was
like
him,
he just.
but that's who it made me think of.
He looked very familiar, and I feel like I knew from like a different band or something. Like, oh, who is that? I know that guy. Is he in here? But yeah, he reminds me of a musician. That might be who it was that I was thinking of as well. But he definitely reminds me of another musician that I feel like I've seen somewhere, and I gotta find out now. I need to know. I was really hoping that you knew who they were by some like magical chance. They were like a person for sure.
That's who it looked like, but I'm not super familiar with LMFAO beyond like, you know.
He had wacky glasses though.
And the hair and beard kind of made me think of that. But real quick, we're wrapping up here. I have to say, because we mentioned LMFAO for whatever reason, those dudes, I mean, good for them that they dropped, like, 2 or 3 summer bangers, wrote an album called Sorry for Party Rockin', they apologized for it, and then they just disappeared. They were like, okay, see ya.
Didn't they have a second album, and it just didn't do well, and that was it?
I'm not sure. That's entirely possible. I know that one of the guys is, like, a professional tennis player now, though, so...
What?
Yeah.
That's absolutely ridiculous. They have 3 albums. Oh no, they have. I guess I don't know if it really counts as 3. So they put out 2 in the same year. They put out Party Rock in 2009, and that was what had like a few of the songs. I can't remember which ones they were. I'm trying to look at it right now. Shots by Little John, or with Little John on it. Shots. That one.
Yep.
And then there's Sorry for Party Rockin', which was, the party rock anthem, and Sexy and I Know It. So yeah, there was 2 albums that they put out, essentially. I will not count I'm in Your City Trick, because that's what that feels like without listening to it at all. I'm going to make a blind assumption on that. I don't care. But yeah, they had the 2 albums, Party Rock and Sorry for Party Rockin', 2009, 2011. And then that was it. Poof, gone.
Poof, gone.
They were, I guess you can't call them a one-hit wonder, but at least they were proper about it. Like, they did it and they left, you know?
Yeah.
They knew they were hot. They knew they got their money when they could. They didn't try to make another album out there that would have been terrible because, like, hey, you got anything else? Nah? Okay, cool.
I mean, I would do that too, especially if I made bank off the first album. I'd be like, I am creatively bankrupt now, but at least I'm rich.
But also, like, because anxiety and stuff, and, like, the social battery, that would have burnt out a whole lot right there. That would have been about 15 years of needing a break, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I feel like Wolves of Glendale did a great job putting out a very well-written comedic song that definitely is warranting more listens and a deeper dive for sure, because with your recommendation that you already made that they have a few songs that are still on point with how well they're written and how well they go together, I want to hear what that is as well, because this was so well done. I want to hear what the sound is. Is the sound similar? I don't know if you said that. Did I ask?
It is.
Okay.
My next recommendation to check out after this one is called The Gym. Very similar style where it's like, okay, he's just telling a story and then there's like 18 left turns and then the song ends and you're like, that was a journey and I'm glad I went on it.
Okay. All right. Well, I will definitely check out The Gym, and I think you as well, listeners, should check out more by Wolves of Glendale, other than Vapin in Vegas and The Gym. See what else they got out there. I'm definitely going to do it. And when you do that, tell us about it on social media. Hit it, past Steven. That's right, because important long-winded information and ADHD don't mix. But I hope if you've made it to this point, you like what Scoops and I are doing, and hopefully you like it so much you want to shout it from the top of a mountain. But it would be a whole lot more helpful if you told your friends about us instead. Word of mouth or listening with someone is our favorite, but social media is also great, and you can interact with us there too. So please come by our Instagram, Blue Sky, or Facebook, where you can find us as The Feedback, or on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter /X, at @thefeedback_PC, to see what's coming next, suggest a song, talk about our latest episode, or just talk about anything.
And now that you've gone and done all of our social media requests, which I will not repeat here, even though I totally could, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to the artist, the creator of our intro and outro music. The artist is called Exile, and the track is called Egg. It's a nice, catchy tune that I would suggest you go and check out. We are able to use that music for free by the grace of the artist, who just says, yeah, you could use my music as long as you give me a shout out. So that's what I'm doing. And I think that's going to do it for us. Any final thoughts, Steven?
No, I'm going to say thanks, Exile, because I haven't said it in a while. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Exile.
Go listen to Exile.
Much appreciated. And, yeah, that has been an episode of The Feedback. Great job, us.
Clap, clap, clap. Pat yourself on the back. We did it. We got there.
Yay! Thanks for listening, everyone, and join us next week for whatever we dig up next. Goodbye!
It's like the first day your uncle gets his Facebook back after being on lockdown from Facebook for posting too much stupid shit.
Yeah.
They just, they go off and they're like, I gotta get it all back out again. I've been pent up for too long.
Oh, I'm banned again. Oh, shit.
What the fuck? Now I gotta make a Facebook for when I'm banned. Holy fucking tangent.
Yeah, a lot of those.
I guess I took the cake because, I was drinking the adult beverage today, so it's my fault.
Oh, it's fine.